What's up, Ghetto? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're all well. Obviously, this is our second time around doing these online videos. It's been a little while since we did them, so please bear with us. Please be patient with us. And just bear in mind, you have two options for your training sessions with us over the course of the next 2 weeks. You're either going to be able to log on to live Zoom classes, or alternatively, the workouts will be sent via PDF to the House of Ghetto group on a daily basis, along with this tutorial video tutorial videos like the one that we're doing right now. Have fun with this, guys. Please be patient. We're not cinematographers, but we'll try our absolute best. Okay, guys, so to take you into our warm-up for today, Jay's going to be demonstrating these movements for us. Warm-up today is going to be 8 minutes for quality, and you have 4 movements. It's a push-up to down dog, jumping jacks, prisoner good mornings, and banded strict press per side. Starting off with your push-up to down dog, you have a look at Jay. Basically, all I want you to do is go down into a push-up position, perform your push-up, and then drive your chin or your nose toward the line of your toes, and look to hold position on either end at the push-up as well as the down dog for a second or two before you return back to your push-up. Complete 5 of those. Once you've done your 5 push-up to down dog, into jumping jacks, old traditional movements, basically star jumps for some of the older folk in our community, which includes me. After your jumping jacks, you're into 15 prisoner good mornings. Simply place your hands behind your head. I want you to keep your chin up to keep your spine as long as possible. So immediately start hinging back at the hips. Slight bend in your knees, as you can see with Jay. Again, he's got his chin up to keep his spine completely neutral. Once you've done your 15 prisoner good mornings, you're into 5 banded strict press. As the name implies, stand on the band and then simply press out for 5 repetitions per side. You're going to continue through these 4 movements for a total of 8 minutes. When you finish your strict press, move back up to the push-up to down dog and just keep cycling through these 4 movements for a total of 8 minutes. Cool, guys, welcome back from your warm-up. First part of today's program, we're going to move into gymnastics conditioning. This will be a 12-minute EMOM for a total of 3 rounds. And what it basically means is you've got 4 movements, and each movement you'll perform on alternating minutes. So 3, 2, 1, go. Minute 1, you'll perform 15 weighted sit-ups. Minute number 2, you do a 20-second plank shoulder tap. Minute number 3, anywhere between 8 and 15 push-ups, and we'll give you scaled options on that shortly. And then minute number 4 will be a 20-second hollow hold or a dead bug hold. You'll cycle through those 4 movements for a total of 12 minutes, alternating movements every single minute. Okay, moving on to demonstrations of your gymnastic conditioning movements. First up will be an option either of weighted sit-ups or non-weighted sit-ups. Jay currently has a dumbbell in his hands. You can choose to have a kettlebell in your hands. You can have any weighted object that you want, guys. Basically, what you do is perform a butterfly sit-up with the weighted object in your hands. So all the way back, so your back's flat on the ground, and sit up to full extension. These can be done if weight is too difficult for you. You are welcome to do these non-weighted. So regular butterfly sit-up, touch your hands behind the top of your head, and touch in front of your toes for non-weighted sit-ups. That'll be for a total of 15 repetitions. If you finish before the minute is done, you then rest until the new minute starts. At the start of the new minute, you'll then do 20 seconds of plank shoulder taps. So create a push-up position essentially, and then alternating hand to alternating shoulder for plank shoulder taps. Please make sure in this position that you're locking out your quads, you're squeezing your glutes nice and aggressively, and you're sucking your belly button in as hard as possible to ensure that your hips do not collapse down to the ground. That'll be 20 seconds of plank shoulder taps. Once that's done, you'll then move minute number 3, you're going to move into anywhere between 8 and 15 push-ups. So essentially, pretty much the same position you were in for the shoulder taps. Now just add a push-up into the movement. Chest and thighs all the way to the ground, push to full extension. If a full-blown push-up is too difficult for you, the scaled option will be onto your knees. Again, thighs and chest all the way to the ground, push to full extension of your elbows. Once you've done anywhere between 8 and 15 push-ups, at minute number 4, you're going to move into a 20-second hollow hold. So starting off laying flat on the ground, hands above your head, you're going to raise your feet and your hands up off the ground, And please note, you'll see Jay now will point under his back. He's driving his spine into the ground as hard as he can by sucking his belly button in nice and tight. There should be no gap between your spine and the floor in this position. If you're battling to hold the hollow hold, you can simply go into a dead bug, which is a slight variation of the hollow hold position. That is the fourth and final movement. Again, as I say, you'll rotate through these movements for a total of 12 minutes. Each movement you spend 1 minute on before moving to the next one. Have fun with the conditioning piece, guys. We'll see you shortly for the Metcon. Let's go. Okay, guys, welcome back to your program for Tuesday. Moving on to the Metcon today. Before we explain the workout, we want to just go through a quick explanation of how to create an odd object for yourself at home. If you have a look at Jay, he's got a kit bag. You can use any kit bag for this. Simply load it with some water bottles, enough of your choice, and maybe chuck in a couple of towels in that bag as well, so that the water bottles don't move all over the place. And you have got yourself an odd object that you can use for in place of kettlebells for Russian swings. You can squat with that bag. There's so much that you can use it for. So please, if you're going to be following this program and you don't have a kettlebell or dumbbell, I would encourage you to create an odd object with a kit bag. Moving on to the workout itself. Today is a 15-minute AMRAP. In other words, you're going to be doing as many rounds as you can of the movements we'll describe shortly. You're going to do as many rounds and as many reps as possible in a total of 15 minutes. The movements you'll be performing will be a dumbbell, kettlebell, or odd object Russian swing, followed by skipping, followed by a goblet reverse lunge, followed by skipping again. We're going to break this down into individual movements for you. First up will be your Russian swing with either a dumbbell, kettlebell, or odd object. If you have a look at Jay, the movement pattern will remain exactly the same regardless of which piece of equipment he has. So having a look at him from the side on, he's going to hinge at the hips, extends his legs aggressively, locking out his glutes and his quads, finishing with the object, in this case an odd object, at shoulder height. Okay guys, please be aggressive with your legs and your glutes in this movement. We're going to demonstrate with a dumbbell and a kettlebell as well. If you have a dumbbell at your disposal, grab the head of the dumbbell and the same movement pattern applies again. Aggressive extension through the legs, squeezing your glutes nice and firmly, finishing with your arms fully extended in front of you, no higher than shoulder height. And if you have a kettlebell, the kettlebell will be exactly the same. Once you're done with your 20 Russian swings, you'll then move on to 40 double unders. On the skipping side of things, if you can't do double unders, you're simply going to do 100 single skips instead. Once you completed that station, you'll then move into 20 goblet reverse lunges. Again, this can be done with a kettlebell, dumbbell, or a kettlebell, dumbbell, or an odd object. At the moment, Jay's got his odd object at his chest. From here, he's going to perform a reverse lunge. Left side, stand to full extension, then right side. If you do have a dumbbell or kettlebell, either one of those pieces of equipment will be held in the same place. Again, it's held at your chest. With a reverse lunge, Jay's going to pause at the next one for me. Have a look at that bottom position, guys, how upright Jay's chest is. Please do not collapse your chest forward in this position. You want to avoid that movement altogether. Okay, so when you do your reverse lunge, upright chest, and then stand back to full extension. Following your reverse lunges, you'll then go back to 40 double unders or 100 single skips. At that point, your first round is done. You'll then move back to the start and start all over again at your Russian swings and continue with that sequence until the total of 15 minutes is completed. Awesome, guys, that brings us to the end of today's program. You will see that there's recovery programmed into the program for you today as well. There are links provided, there are YouTube links provided for almost all of the movements. So if there's anything, if you are working off the program itself, please feel free to follow those links for for a recap on those movements. Also bear in mind that we will be giving you guys a video tutorial on a daily basis to go with the program for those of you that are choosing not to do the live classes. Thank you, Jay, very much for helping us out with the video today. Guys, have a lot of fun, and I promise you we'll just work our hardest to get better and better at these videos. But for today, enjoy this one, and we'll see you soon for tomorrow's tutorial. Cheers for now, guys.